Your creepy goddamn uncle. Panic 13 is back. Challenge Rift 49. Let's do it. So it's the Crusader class. Let's click on the soul mirror to see what we're dealing with. And it's the Seeker of the Light set, which was my favourite set when I was playing a Crusader quite some time ago before Blizzard made all the changes to the Diablo characters and buffed up all the sets and stuff. So haven't played this for a while. It'll be interesting to see if it's changed and what buffs they've made to it. So looking at the set bonuses, so for 2 pieces, every use of Blessed Hammer that hits an enemy reduces the cooldown of Falling Sword and Provoke by 1 second. So very important, those 2 abilities we're going to be using the critical for this. For 4 pieces, you take 50% less damage for 8 seconds after landing with Falling Sword. So Falling Sword is going to be quite important for damage reduction here. For the 6-piece set bonus, increase the damage of Blessed Hammer by 2,000%, ridiculous amount, and Falling Sword by 1,000%. So Falling Sword doesn't only reduce damage taken, it also does some damage as well. So let's have a look at some other items. This character also has the Traveler's Pledge with the Compass Rose here. Oddly enough, he didn't roll a gem slot here. Definitely should enchant a gem slot. It's a lot better than any other stat that you can have in the jewelry slots there. So 2 rings and the amulet must have gem slots. So maybe he can do that in the future sometime. Convention of Elements there. We've got Gabriel's Van Braces. So when our Blessed Hammer hits 3 or fewer enemies, it actually refunds 84% of the Wrath cost. So that's definitely handy for maintaining our resource and getting some Wrath back, but that's okay because we've got other abilities we're going to be using. Sacred Harness Judgment gains the effect of the Debilitate rune and is cast at your landing location when casting Falling Sword, so very handy for this build for sure. Johanna's Argument increases attack speed and damage of Blessed Hammer, so buffing our damage for Blessed Hammer, definitely handy. And Guard of Johanna, a very, very awesome shield that increases Blessed Hammer damage by 239% for the first 3 enemies that we hit. So all in all, better this week. It's a better setup than those GR 45 Thrill of the Hunt achievement builds. It's a full set, Seeker of the Light. It's definitely not a top tier kind of set. It's not a top player. I think the Challenge Rift, the Greater Rift he completed was 51, so it's still very beginner level, but either way, it's going to be some fun. Canite's Cube, Justinian's Mercy, Hammer Jammers, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, Skills, Blessed Hammer, Falling Sword, Laws of Valor, Iron Skin, Provoke, and Akarat's Champion. The passives, Fervor, Holy Cause, Indestructible, and Finery. So, strategy-wise, pretty simple. We want to make sure that Laws of Valor is up all the time, increasing our attack speed, and then we want to use Falling Sword, bang, aim for a big pack or those elite packs, that way it reduces damage taken, and the more enemies we hit, it actually reduces our cooldown as well for the more enemies that we hit. So definitely aim for more enemies around you, don't waste Falling Sword. Definitely a very helpful skill there, and as soon as we do that, we want to cast Blessed Hammer, bang, 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 bang. Basically, what we do is when we cast Blessed Hammers, we cast a certain amount of hammers that just spin around us, and that's what does the damage in this. So you want to make sure that enemies are caught in those hammers, the Whirlwind of Hammer. Akarat's Champion definitely want to use for damage increase. This also gives us a lot of survivability as well, damage reduction, so it's very nice. Definitely use this, time it with elite packs, it's probably the most handy. And Provoke, awesome when you're running out of Wrath, because Blessed Hammer, Falling Sword, everything we use is using our Wrath. It's going to drain the hell out of our Wrath quite quickly, but fear not, we just use Provoke. And you want to time Provoke when there's a lot of enemies around you. The more the merrier, because the more enemies we hit with Provoke, the more Wrath that we get. And in case of a sticky situation, if we're taking a lot of damage, cast your Iron Skin, so it protects us from all damage for 7 seconds. Very nice and OP there. I would recommend when Akarat's Champion is down, then you time your Iron Skin, because Akarat's Champion gives us a nice damage reduction bonus there, so you should stay alive quite easily with Akarat's Champion, and then when that's down, if you're taking a lot of damage, which you can at times, then just cast your Iron Skin. Rinse and repeat. Keep your Falling Sword up, because that reduces damage taken by 50%, but time it. Make sure you cast it on elite packs and big dense packs. And then Blessed Hammer for damage. That's pretty much it. Strategy is simple. It's one thing for me to ramble on about it. If you've never played Diablo before, you're probably thinking this guy's crazy. Your creepy uncle is a little bit crazy. We all go a little bit crazy sometimes. But anyway, let's go in there and do this together. Let us do this. So Falling Star, We get that nice damage reduction, cast a few Blessed Hammers, and away we go. So Falling Star and Blessed Hammer are our main abilities that we're using here, and then the rest is kind of just buffing us up, giving us survivability, keeping up Laws of Valor for attack speed. That's pretty much it. They're all just buffs. So 2 main abilities, Falling Star and Blessed Hammer. And this elite took a little bit too long to kill. And god damn it, I'm in such a rush today. I've got to go to work. I've had some technical difficulties. My goodness, my camera wasn't working, so those of you that tune in to your creepy Uncle Bannick 13's challenge rifts every week will notice I'm a little bit late. Several hours late. It'll probably be about 12 hours late by the time I upload this. Reason being, my stupid camera wasn't working. There was like a blue haze that came across my camera. So the visuals weren't clear. There was something wrong big time and I couldn't figure out what it is. I reinstalled drivers. I unplugged the webcam. Tried to restart the computer like 10 times because the problems happened before. It was like a bit of a glitch in the camera and nothing was working. And so what did I do? I went to good old Uncle YouTube, Google, Uncle Google. I visited Uncle Google and there was a lot of useless videos there, but I came across one that was handy, and what this person actually suggested was to go into your USB controllers in your device manager and uninstall your camera. So I did that, uninstalled the camera, restarted my computer, and then reinstalled everything. So Windows reinstalled all the basic drivers for the camera, and then boom, it's working. But I wasted so much time doing that, I've only got time to record. I'm not going to have time to edit and upload. So that's my story of the day. That was after a gym session. I rushed home to complete it, and I was shattered. It's going to be a bit late, so your creepy goddamn uncle apologises from the bottom of his heart for those of you that were expecting the video earlier. I hope you all forgive me. Thanks for tuning in. Coming up, I've also got some Far Cry videos. Well, I've actually finished Far Cry, so I'm going to show you all the end and do a review on Far Cry 5. Amazing game. Really loved every minute of that game. I spent about a solid 40 hours on that game, and I've done everything. I've done every mission, everything you can think of in the game, all done. Just haven't got all the trophies yet, just a few bits and pieces. And I haven't done the multiplayer sort of stuff, the arcade mode and stuff like that. I haven't played that, just a single player purely, because I'm super excited for God of War. I've got God of War ready to go. It's been sitting in the plastic wrapping for weeks now, and I just cannot wait to start it. It looks insane. Everyone's playing it. Everyone's raving on about it, so I'm going to play it in glorious 4K HDR visuals on a 75-inch screen, in my underwear, with a coffee, or a beer if it's after work, coffee if it's during the day, and I'll definitely do some God of War videos too. So this challenge rift, back to the challenge rift now, it's easy. Like, if you just understand the mechanics of the build, it's very easy. The Blessed Hammer does all the damage for you. You can pretty much just be casting Blessed Hammer and using Falling Star, and you're going to pass. The difficult part comes, or the more annoying bits and pieces, are just making sure that your other cooldowns are up. So making sure Laws of Valor is up, using Provokes, Akarat's Champion, but Akarat's Champion's got quite a long cooldown, so that shouldn't be an issue for anybody. Just, glance down every now and then. But it won't be an issue at all. As far as trying to get a good time, Uncle Bannick 13 doesn't have time for a good time today. I've got to get to work. So usually, I think up at this point I was popping the Rift Guardian before, and now I probably didn't kill enough trash. So hopefully when I kill these guys, it pops. Come on. Come on, give me an elite, please. Come on. 55 seconds to go. He's so close. Come on. Surely he'll pop here. If not, obviously just go to the next floor. Like, we're making good time. We're going to pass it. It's just not going to be like a really good ranking. But like I said, I've only played through this, I've ran through this challenge rift like once, and I had those camera difficulties, so I'm sure you guys will get a better time. Kill a bit more trash on the way. Rift Guardian's no problem. Especially if you've got your cooldowns up, if Akarat's champion's up, it's not a problem. Boom! Another week, another challenge rift down. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I apologize, it's a bit late today. I've had a really horrible day, so it is a little bit rushed and I can't really focus on getting a better time. I want to get this video up as soon as possible for everybody because, you know, if you're struggling with the challenge rift, then you're probably waiting for my guide. So here it is. That's how you do it. Super easy. I did a super quick run, so if it takes you a couple more runs, don't stress. You can definitely beat that time. That's a very average time that I just got. But hey, most of us are just here to get our materials and keep playing with the season, which is ending in a few days, by the way. So do what you have to do in the season. It's almost come to an end once again. Please come back and tune in for my Far Cry 5 ending and review video. There'll be God of War gameplay, and also I'll be reviewing Deadpool, Deadpool 2, Avengers, Age of Ultron, and then Avengers Infinity War. So much stuff to look forward to. Your creepy uncle Benny 13 is really focusing on delivering content to you all because he loves you all very much. Show the love back. Subscribe if you don't want to subscribe. Okay, no pressure. Just come back and visit.